What's up, legends? The free gear removal event is here, and you already know it's time to make some serious moves. Today we're diving into one of my favorite champs to use right now, Admiral Blacktusk, and we're giving him a full makeover. New gear, new vibe, and hopefully new results. And hey, while you're here, let me know in the comments down below which champions are you gonna re-gear and why during this event. And now, let's get into it. Hi friends, Bobby here. Welcome to another video of my Raid Shadow Legends journey. So today we're gonna be re-gearing one of my favorite champs right now, namely Admiral Blacktusk. Why do I think it's time for this change? Alright, first of all, Admiral Blacktusk is a champion who actually needs some speed. And you know, I'm used to saying this to many other champions out there, but trust me, Admiral really needs some speed on him. And right now, as you can see, our stats are not looking very great, right? His speed stands at 165, which is pretty low for him. This is actually the main reason why I decided that he needs some regearing. And the other reason is that I recently got him up to level 60. Congrats to me, new achievement here. But yeah, I'm planning to using him in many different areas, and I think he can be a great help for me. And you know, he just needs some rebuilding and some changes. If you want to become a part of my squad in Raid, click my link in the description to get a free legendary as well as 4 free epics as you level up. Let me show you how. Step number 1, log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Step number 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step number 3, launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Simple as that. Step number 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champ. That's all you need to do to get a free Karato as well as Ugo, Raktordrat, Tagor, and Mausoleum Mage. Don't let this slide and click my link right now. And since today, look at how many events do we have coming this week. Just look at that. We have Gear Enhancement event, Dungeon Divers event. We're gonna have Path of Strength. We have so many different events. It's actually overwhelming, kinda. We have Champion Training event, Community Weeks Titan event. Right now, we have minus 100% gear removal cost. This means that we can calmly swap, change, test out different builds without worrying that it will cost us so much silver. Because you know the deed. It is very expensive, painfully expensive to actually change the gear of your champions outside of events like this. So I think now it's the perfect time for me to try and come out with the best gear possible for my champions. Admiral Blacktusk is an amazing champion, amazing support actually. And I want to show you guys, besides his speed, I want to show you guys how his other stats look like. So first off, we're standing here around 35,000 K in total of HP. This also needs to get higher, at least a little bit, you know? For the time being, it's good, but we definitely need some more HP right there. And the stats that we need to be focusing here when it comes to Admiral Blacktusk are definitely gonna be HP. This is one of the most important things. Speed for sure, as high as possible, because I don't know, but I feel like dwarves are the slowest faction out there. Let me quickly go and check how Morak is looking. Of course, I know it doesn't depend on the faction, but still, I don't know. I just have this feeling that the dwarves are really slow. I don't know. They feel kind of clumsy. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway. So besides speed and HP, another thing that we really need for this champ is definitely gonna be accuracy. Because without accuracy, we cannot activate this skill right here. He's A1. Basically, he attacks one enemy and has a 40% chance of placing a stun debuff. So in order for him to be able to place that stun debuff successfully, we need a lot of accuracy on him. But the major stat that we need to be focusing on today is definitely gonna be speed. And finally, another important thing when it comes to Admiral, this is definitely the defense. The defense needs to get higher as well. Up until this moment, his performance wasn't very outstanding. I owe this to the fact that he is lacking some important stats and he's not built correctly. Not that he's not built correctly, but it could be way better. Another thing about his performance is that I actually haven't used him that much in many areas. So my priority when it comes to Admiral Blacktusk was definitely Faction Wars, also Doom Tower, and some of the dungeons. But besides that, I wasn't using him anywhere else. And I think it's time to change that because come on, he's taken up to rank 6, level 60. I need to start using him more, and that it's really important for me to build him right. Another thing about Admiral Blacktusk is that I haven't unlocked his masteries yet, and you know, I'm kind of planning maybe to unlock his masteries with gems, but you know, I would first think about it because the first champion I'm gonna unlock masteries for, this is gonna be Rector Dread for sure, because I'm using Rector everywhere. And when I'm saying everywhere, I literally mean it, because she's from those type of champions that if you bring her in dungeons, she would be helpful there. If you bring her in the arena, she would be helpful there. If you bring her in clan boss, she would kill it there. You know, she's a total beast, even though she's kind of bold on the front, but you know, that's not important, the important thing here. But anyway, let's come back to Blacktusk, bro. So basically, we need to change something in order for him to work properly. And like I told you guys, we need to be focusing mostly on his speed. So as you can see right here, I have unlocked 3 gear bonuses. So we have a perception set that gives him additional accuracy and additional speed. We have a speed set which gives him additional speed percentage, and finally we have a resilience set which gives him additional HP and defense. The sets are looking great. The problem here is that I haven't chosen the best artifacts from those specific sets. Besides that, his sets bonuses looks perfect, and I think they really suit this champion. But you know, we have to change some things right here, and the first one is his weapon. It stands at flat attack, which is not great, as you already know. We have attack percentage, critical rate, and resistance. Basically all the stats that we don't need for this champion. So this is gonna be the first thing that I will try to change. Not try, but I'll do it, hopefully. All right. The first thing I want to do is to go and check the resilience set and see if we have proper weapon from there to actually swap with this one, so I can keep the bonus that the set is giving us. So first off, we have a weapon here which stands again at flat attack, but it gives him additional accuracy, HP, and attack, which is something we don't need. So this weapon is definitely better than the one we're using here. So I would consider this one. For now, this is absolutely 100% better. This one is definitely not, because it's again flat attack, just 3 speeds, nothing outstanding. All right, so the other set that I want to check is definitely going to be pinpoint set. So from the pinpoint, we have a weapon that gives him HP, attack again, and critical damage. So things that we don't need for Admiral, except for the HP. The other ones we don't need, but as you can see here, since this is a pinpoint set, it would give him additional 20 accuracy and some additional HP, which is actually great. So maybe I would consider this one as well. Unfortunately, we don't have any other weapons from the pinpoint set, but you know, this one will kind of do the job. Another set that I want to check before taking my final decision, this is going to be the accuracy set. And if we're gonna use an accuracy artifact, I would probably try to change something else as well, so we can get the bonus out of the set. Let me check the weapons right here. So the first one gives him, I don't know if you guys can see from my camera, of course not, but let me tell you here. So we have a flat attack weapon with 12 speed. You can see the stats right here. How are they changing? We have HP. It's not enough. Let me see the epic weapon right here. So it gives him accuracy, critical damage, and resistance. I don't think we would find something better. So HP and accuracy. This one is good, but it's still flat attack. HP here we have, and speed. I definitely want a weapon that gives him speed. right? Let's go back to the resilience set. That one don't give him additional speed, but it's still very, very nice because it would give him accuracy and a lot of additional HP. But the problem is that the main reason we are re-gearing this champion is because he is lacking speed. So we actually need to find a weapon that would give him additional speed. Right here from the perception set, I found a weapon that actually give him speed. So it's nice speed, nothing special, right? We have to find a weapon that gives him speed as well. So I'm gonna do a quick filter here. Go to substats, select speed, select weapons as well. And we're gonna go over the weapons here and actually try to find something that is appropriate and that is gonna satisfy our needs. All right, we have an instinct legendary weapon which give him HP and speed. Let me quickly upgrade this one to level 8. Damn, bro, I don't have any money for this. Are you serious? This is very bad. All right, so let me see. Unfortunately, toxic weapon, speed 3. You know, it's kind of free. I think this one is the best one because it gives him the most speed. And you know, since it's free, let's equip this one. Let's equip this one and just see how the stats changed. Now he stands at 13. So his total power at the beginning when we started this, it was 17,000, around 18,000. And now it dropped down to 13,000 and a half. Not quite pleasing if you ask me, but his speed increased. So we stand at 177 speed. Let me see what else can we change here. All right, we have a legendary helmet here that gives him accuracy, critical rate, defense percentage, and additional defense. It is also ascended, so it gives him additional attack, which is something again that we don't need for this champion. And you know, the perception set is one of my favorites, but I would be so happy if I could find something from the perception set that actually gives him additional speed again. Unfortunately, only this rare helmet right here would give him some kind of speed, but it's too low. And this is a legendary helmet. So let me see the gauntlets. So they give him HP and speed. This is great. The stats are looking quite nice. The gauntlet stands at 39% HP, which is a good number. All right, here we have shield. Amazing stats for the shield. I'm kind of satisfied with what we've got. And finally, we have resilience boots that give him 31 speed, defense, attack percentage, additional attack, and critical rate. All right, you know what? I have to upgrade some of the artifacts that I'm planning to use. That's why I will have to sell some of my artifacts just to get some silver. And I'm going to do that quickly right now. Whoa, we're gonna sell. All right, sell those. Perfect. So now let's get back to the helmets and go to the perception set. So we said that this helmet right here gives him some speed, but just look at the other stats. How are they gonna drop? I don't like this. I just don't like this. His accuracy is gonna drop too, so it's definitely not gonna be this helmet. I don't like this. I don't like this. All right. Regarding his ring, let me check first off, because there are so much better options like that one here. We have... All right. I'm gonna equip that one. Cool. If you have gone to my channel before, you could spot on that it's really overwhelming for me to choose gear, to filter, to choose the best for my champions. It's just not a pleasant feeling, not really pleasant, how to say it, experience for me, you know? It just takes a lot of thinking, a lot of strategizing. Also, if you manage to get a stat higher, the other one would drop, and it's painful. It's a tough process. It needs a lot of time and thinking and planning. And if you guys are of some point of the game that this has become easier for you, I kind of envy you. All right, it is just something that I don't find very pleasing. But you know, we still have to do it because artifacts are actually the most important thing. And one of the most important things in this game. And it's really important to have equipped the right artifacts to your champions. Otherwise, there is no point of having those champions. If they're not equipped right, you won't be able to use them properly and everything would just be pointless. So here are we changing, rebuilding Admiral Blacktusk. This is not an easy job. Alright guys, let me sum this up. For now, the only thing we've changed is his weapon, which gives him additional speed and HP. It is, yes, flat attack, but I think it's much better than what we had for him before. Also, we changed his ring from a rare ring to an epic ring, and I think, of course, it's the better ring for him. And, oh, wait a second, what do we have here? Blood Shield Ring with some special effects. Give wearer shield worth 5% of damage dealt after attacking. Let me upgrade this real quick. Alright. But his defense will drop here. No, you know what? I'm gonna leave his ring right here. And now it's a really tough decision because as you can see here, we have a legendary perception helmet that gives him accuracy and defense. And if I decide to change this helmet, everything would change, his total stats would drop. Even though I might get his speed higher, every other stat will ducking drop. And this is not what we need, right? So it just feels really confusing to me. I still don't have better artifacts than those equipped. So basically, I don't know, man. I just need to get his speed higher. But I'm super duper confused because I don't have better gear than what I have equipped. And this just kills me, man. It just kills me. So let's see. Giving the filter here with some speed substats, you see how everything is dropping drastically. If I decide to take his speed higher, his accuracy would drop and everything else like defense, HP would also drop. And now you're gonna say, yeah, that's because the artifacts are not on level 15 like the one you have equipped. Yeah, but still, even if it's on level 15, it's gonna drop. So it's pointless for me to kind of change the legendary artifacts here. Oh, we have a legendary helmet here. Let me upgrade it to level 8 just to see how the rolls would go. Do you see this, man? Again, we're gonna mess up his accuracy. It's gonna give him additional attack, speed only 3. I just want to kill myself. This is not happening. All right, it's so frustrating to me. I just hate it. All right, give a quick upgrade here. Speed 7. Alright guys, I'm gonna get back in a second just to quickly go over my artifacts and see if I can do something about it, or we're gonna just look around forever. So guys, after carefully going through my whole inventory, I realized that I actually don't have better gear. The only thing I changed was his ring and his weapon. But other than that, he is equipped with the best I have on the inventory for now. And I even think that giving him that accuracy weapon right here made his overall stats go lower, except for his speed. So I don't know if this one was better than the one I had already equipped. So let me go back to the one I had already equipped. It was actually that one, I think, or was it this one? I think it was that one. So as you can see, the weapon I had, it was much better. So I think I would probably give it back, even though our speed is gonna go lower. I don't know what to do, man. It's either accuracy or speed. I cannot have both. I cannot have both of the best of both worlds. It's either this or that. You know what? Enough with his gear, right? So I'm gonna leave it as he is for now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unlock his masteries right now, getting all the scrolls for this one. And it's finally time to give him some good Masteries. So one thing we're definitely gonna go with, this is gonna be Shadow Heal, because he's gonna heal himself by 6% of his max HP each time an enemy is healed, and occurs once per turn. So we're definitely using that. Another thing we're gonna unlock is the Resurgent. It has 50% chance to remove one random debuff from this champion when they lose 25% of their max HP or more from a single enemy turn. Other things that we're gonna include are definitely Delayed Death, which reduces the damage this champion receives from a specific enemy by 0.75%. So we're unlocking this as well. Next off, we're gonna unlock the Retribution, which has 50% chance to counterattack when this champion loses 25% of their max HP or more from a single enemy skill. So we are unlocking this as well. And finally, we're gonna unlock the Deterrence, because it has 20% chance to counterattack an enemy when they apply a stun, sleep, fear, freeze, etc. or sheep debuff on an ally. The cooldown is 1 turn, and since Admiral is placing a stun debuff, we're gonna unlock this one. It would help him with his A1. So regarding the support 3, we're definitely gonna unlock the Swarm Smitter because it would increase his accuracy. Another thing we're gonna unlock are those two right here. So Lore of Steel, which increases the base stat set bonuses of all artifact sets that increase base stats by 15%. This increase is multiplicative, not additive. So we're unlocking this, the Cycle of Magic, which is great because it has 5% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill by 1 turn at the start of every turn. So that would really help him cycle through his skills faster. So we're gonna unlock that as well. And now Master Hexer for sure, because it has 30% chance to extend the duration of any debuff cast by this champion by 1 turn. This means that he would extend his A1, which places a stun debuff. So we're definitely unlocking this as well. And finally, we're gonna go with the Eagle Eye, which will actually increase his accuracy by 50. And we're done. Let's see how his stats look like right now. So his accuracy increased 66 from his Masteries, which is great. From his Masteries, his speed increased with 2, so now he stands at 179. And trust me guys, when I manage to get better artifacts, I would definitely rebuild my champions again, because it's all about rebuilding, thinking what's gonna work, what's not gonna work, and it's actually try and fail. Without trying, testing out, and failing, we cannot learn. This is all about it. So yeah, for now I think we have a decent amount of accuracy. The speed is again not enough, but unfortunately I don't have I don't have artifacts that have some better number of speed on them that I can get on my Admiral without decreasing his accuracy, for example. And I don't want to choose between accuracy or speed. I want to have both. So that's why it's really tough for me when it comes to artifacts, because I'm still at a point of the game that it's either this or that. So my artifacts suck, and that's why I need to go farm dungeons. I'm really hoping that the event dungeon will come soon. Yeah, it says coming soon, but when is that soon? Tomorrow? Next month? 3 months from now? Like when, Plarium? Tell me. Because this event dungeon, I really hope it would come soon so I can get better artifacts from there as well. I think it's enough for today's video. I talked a lot, we didn't do much, but you know, this is a process and we're learning from the mistakes we're making. So thank you so much for being here for this journey, for teaching me, giving me advice, being here to see all of my dumb mistakes as a newbie. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned because there are more interesting things to come for this channel, and have a wonderful day guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.